This is Whiskey 4 NDK is the frequency in use. W4 NDK is the frequency in use. CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ and standing by. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Just seeing who I can get right now. The band's not really open, but you never know. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Might get somebody out in California from North Carolina. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Is the frequency in use? The frequency in use? CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ.
And slowly the signal just fades back. So I think You know, we didn't have a buzz, no?
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ.
It says the station calling CQ. This is W6OYW.
W6. I didn't get your suffix. Phonetically, please.
Yeah, this is W6 Ocean. Yesterday, William. W6OYW in Anderson, Indiana. Go ahead.
Oh, hello. Whiskey 6, Oscar Yankee Whiskey. Is that correct?
Okay, you copying me okay?
Yeah, you're 5 and 9 here in North Carolina. My name is Nate. Over.
Okay, yeah. Handle here is Terry, Z Roger Radio, Terry. I'm about 22 miles north of Indianapolis on Interstate 69. I was just sitting here near the frequency, and I heard you calling CQ. So thought I'd come back to you. You're sounding okay here. I get a little noise here, so sometimes it's hard to hear people, but it's not because the signal's bad. It's because I get a lot of noise here, man-made noise. So back there to you, W6OYW.
Yeah, hey, Terry. My name is Nate. November Alpha Tango Echo. I'm in North Carolina. You're coming in just fine. And I'm talking to you on my dipole. It's a W5 GI mystery antenna. It's sort of sort of like a G5RV or a ZS6 BKW, but it has different portions of it are made out of coax, so it has more lobes of radiation. And how am I getting out to you? Over.
Okay, you're doing about an 5 over S9. About 5 over S9. What is, just so I know I tuned you in correctly, what frequency do you got us on?
I'm on 7196. 7196. Over.
Okay, very good. That's where I got you. The rig here is a FT450D. FT450D, and the amp is an 811H. 811H. The antenna is a G5RV that's not up very high, but it seems to be working, so I can't complain there. So age here is 77, and I'm still working at Walmart in Indianapolis. Back to you. W6OYW.
Yeah, W60IW. Yeah, the 811H amp and the G5RV are working great here. You're about 450 miles from me, Terry. You sound great. The Yaesu FT450D sounds good also. I am running a Yaesu FTDX10 with a 40-meter doublet antenna with 600 ohm ladder line, running to a 4-to-1 balun and then to an LDG tuner. Over.
Okay, what kind of antenna was that? I heard you say you had a balun. Somebody was talking there on the side. What kind of antenna is that?
It's a doublet antenna. So it's fed with ladder line, only 3 feet of coax, fed with ladder line. It's up about 45 feet and about 60 feet on each leg of it. It's a dipole basically, but fed with ladder line. Over.
They come in there off and on there, yeah. I don't know what they're up to, but anyway, yeah, the doublets work pretty well, really. They always have. Yeah, it's one of the older, old-fashioned antennas that always did work good. I've been a ham since 62. I think that's when I got my first license in 62. And I believe I got my general class in like 72 or 73. I took the test, when you had to go down there and take it. I took the test in San Diego. They had an FCC office at that time. Back to you, and give me your call a couple of times. So I can't seem to get your call. Give me your call a couple of times. W60YW.
Yeah, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. W4 NDK. W4 NDK.
Did you say NPJ?
NDK. November Delta Kilo. November Delta Kilo.
NDK. Okay, I got it. So go ahead there, man.
Yeah, QSL Terry. Well, I hope you're going to have a very happy Thanksgiving coming up. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. You sound very good there on 40 meters. And wondering if we should have a round table here. Does anybody else want to come in here? I have you on a live stream on YouTube. It's called Go Amateur Radio. Over.
Okay, you were right at the noise level that time. Generally, I'm hearing you pretty good, but it helps a little bit. My hearing's not the greatest, really.
Yeah, no problem. Is that any better there, Terry? Any better?
Yeah, I heard somebody else make a comment there. I don't know what they said.
Yeah, we could let them come on in there. I could barely hear them over the noise. Other station, go ahead. This is Whiskey 4 NDK with W60YW.
Sierra Bravo listening.
Okay, W4 NDK. W60YW. There's a couple of people there that are close to the frequency.
Yeah, we sometimes hang out. I used to hang out on 7195, so maybe it's some regulars that are on 7195. I can go down there and see if they want to join, or I can move off to another frequency. Well, Terry, nice talking to you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance there. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Good to meet you. From to W60IW 73 from Whiskey 4 NDK.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you went up to 20 over 9 that time. So yeah, your signal is very good. So 7-3s, and thanks a lot for picking me up. W60YW.
Yeah, 73.
I've been calling you frantically and can't find you at all. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Yeah, I think it was the guys down in 7195, some folks in the Caribbean. I was on the frequency, asked if anybody was there, and they just, no one answered. Then they just start talking. So I guess that's chivalry these days. I guess that's their way of manners. So anyway, 73.
Hotel Oscar, HM. I think that's it there. Brother?
Is this frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? CQ, this is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4 NDK. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo on 7204. CQ and standing by.
Kilo 9, Oscar Lima Victor.
Kilo 9, Oscar Lima Victor.
Yes, go ahead,
Yeah, is that Kevin in Indiana?
Affirmative.
Yep, you're a little bit off frequency, but I hear you fine. You're 5'9" down here in North Carolina. Nice to meet you. My name is Nate.
Can you give me your call again?
Sure. Name is Nate. Call is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Congratulations, you're my first HF contact ever.
All right. Well, congratulations to you. Congrats to you, Kevin. Did you just get your license, over?
Well, I've had my license since 2018. I've been a general since 19, but just got an HF rig recently and a vertical antenna.
Okay. Well, it's definitely working. And if you want to hear your signal, you can go to my YouTube channel. The channel is Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio on YouTube, over.
Okay, yes, I got that.
Okay, QSL. What kind of radio did you get?
It's a older 10-tech Omni 6. I had a fellow ham give it to me.
Oh, that was a nice gift. Those are great radios, the 10-Tech Omni 6. Am I sounding okay? I went up a little bit to match your frequency, but I could fix that so that I sound fine to you. Over?
Oh, yeah, you're a good 5'9" now. Sound solid.
Okay, Roger. You're on 7204.150, but that's okay. Some of those 10-Techs have maybe need a little calibration, but that's perfectly fine for that rig. So I just moved up to where you were. All right. Well, you sound very good there, and I guess it's Kevin in Indiana. I'm in North Carolina, and I've got a Yaesu FTDX10 with a homebrew doublet antenna that I made, and it runs into a 4-to-1 Balun, and then the tuner. What kind of antenna are you running there, Kevin?
It was also given to me it's a vertical. It's been out in the weather so long we couldn't ID it, but I got it mounted about 4 feet off the ground. It's probably 15 feet tall.
Well, that's a pretty good vertical. That'll get out definitely. And do you have some counterpoises running underneath it?
Not yet, but I begin to think I'm going to need to do that. But as far as receiving, I've heard signals from all over this hemisphere anyway, from South America, Hawaii, California, New York, and Canada.
Yeah, Roger. Well, welcome to the HF bands. I know you'll have a good time on HF, and I'm glad I'm your first contact. That's a real honor. I really appreciate you coming back to my CQ call there, Kevin. Kilo 9 Oscar Lima Victor. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Back to you.
Yeah, I was having trouble with this rig, and I called my friend that got me started all this, and he told me what kind of adjustments to make on this, and it must have helped, because I was getting nothing. I was just surprised with anybody when you come back. I've been trying for about a week, just playing a little bit on and off here and there.
Yeah, Roger. Well, yeah, it's definitely working. When you get some counterpoises on there, it'll work even better, but it may be using the coax as a counterpoise. You might not have to change anything, at least getting down to me here in North Carolina, about 450 miles from you. It's working very well. It's working real well. Well, good deal. What made you decide to finally buy? Well, you didn't buy. You finally got given a HF radio. I guess you weren't probably real interested in HF, or did you just wait till the right radio came along and you had a good gift there?
Yeah, I'd been looking at Hamfest to buy something, but I hated to buy something new, and I really didn't have it in the budget to buy something used. I didn't really have it in the budget to buy anything used, so I waited, and this come along, and this radio was a friend of the guy that gave it to me. Is about 83 years old. This radio was a friend of his, and it spent most of its life in Puerto Rico, and now here it is back in Indiana.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, it's definitely working. There's a 10-tech net on 40 meters. Have you discovered that 10-tech net? Over.
Negative, I have not.
Yeah, it's called the 10-tech Legacy Net, and there's a guy in Greensboro, North Carolina, that runs it, and he'll definitely have contacts of people that might be able to help you with that radio if needed, and they're all 10-tech fans. They're not associated with the company at all. Over.
Okay, well, good. I think part of my problem is getting the antenna tuned and the tuner to work. I don't think it works like a newer ICOM or anything, but at least I made a contact. Over.
Oh yeah, it's working. Okay, the guy's call sign is Whiskey 4 Oscar Victor Tango. Whiskey 4 OVT. His name's Mark. So he's real helpful. He'd be a good guy to know if you're interested. Well, good. It's definitely working. What kind of tuner did he give you?
I'm just using the tuner off the radio.
Oh, there's a built-in tuner in the 10-tech Omni 6. Did not realize that. Or do you mean the VFO knob, the VFO knob that changes the channels? Over.
No, it does have a tuner, but it doesn't tune out. It just, you push it and it says tune, and I've downloaded the manual and it's pretty vague. But I don't know, still learning.
Well, that's good. It's got a built-in tuner. That's excellent. And with that vertical, you should be able to tune it to the band too by making it either shorter or adjust it for each band. And if you have the right radials on there. But yeah, it's working for sure. It's working. Well, you sound great, and I appreciate the contact there. And do you have plenty of open land around you? Are you near water, like a lake or anything like that? Or how's the soil where you are? Over.
No, this is open flat farm country where I'm at.
Okay, Roger. Well, there's certain kinds of soil and certain minerals and certain kinds of soil that conduct electricity better, and some of the folks that are down near south of Delaware, kind of in the Maryland area, out in the tidewaters, say that the soil there has got a lot of prehistoric kind of minerals in it and richness that work real well with conductivity. So you might notice that here and there. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for the contact, Kilo 9 Oscar Lima Victor. I'm going to see who else is out there, but I've got you in my log. Kevin in Indiana, and 10-Tech's working, and I'm very honored that you talked to me as your first HF contact, and I'm looking forward to seeing your log and how many hundreds and thousands of contacts you have all over the world with that 10-Tech. Have fun on HF. Yeah, it's a mysterious bands on HF are all mysterious, and you'll have a great time with that. I'll say 73, Kevin, Kilo 9, Oscar Lima Victor. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'll turn it over to you for your final.
Yes, thank you for finally making. I was able to get a hold of somebody and make a contact. So, Nate, it's been nice to talk with you. And 7-3, Kilo 9, Oscar Lima Victor.
Yeah, 73 is great contact. QRZ? CQ. I'm on 7204, 7.204 megahertz. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by. Yeah, that was Kevin, Kilo 9, Oscar Lima Victor in Indiana. I was his first HF contact. One of his friends gave him the 10-Tech Omni rig that he's got and a vertical antenna, 15 feet. He's doing really well there with that Omni 10-Tech. It's a heck of a radio. Sounds excellent. The 10-Tech Omni 6. 73 to him. Nice to meet Kevin there. Hopefully he finds me on the band again. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu Whiskey.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu Whiskey. Craig, is that correct?
Roger. Is this Nathan?
Yes, it is. You can just call me Nate, and you're coming in really well here, 5'9", to North Carolina.
Copy the 5'9". You're a 5'7" into Oscar Hotel. In Fairfield, located about 20 minutes north of Cincinnati. QSL?
QSL, so you're not too far from Dayton, I would assume, right?
Yeah, Dayton's right down the road, 40 minutes.
QSL. I used to live in Ohio, but I've lived in North Carolina most of my life. It's been a very long time since I've been there. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember Columbus, where I was born. Over.
I hear you. Columbus is like 2 hours from me. You know Dayton. How do you know Dayton?
I just know it from the Hamfest. I got good friends from Cincinnati that hang out with me here in Charlotte. We're sort of on the same baseball team. Our kids are, so we watch a lot of Reds baseball with them. And that's about all. That's my only connection to that area. Over.
Copy. You sound young. What's your age?
Well, I sound younger than I am. I'm 54. I'm 54 years old.
All right, I copy. I'm 48. You just sound pretty young, and you're talking about baseball, so I was just wondering what your age was.
Yep, QSL, we're about the same age. Yeah, roger that. And I'm live streaming right now. Hope you don't mind.
No, that's not the first time I've been on a live stream. That's pretty neat. That was my next question was on you. You have a good audio coming in. What are you running over there?
Thanks for asking, and I want to know what you're running too. You got good audio too. My transceiver is a FTDX10, and I'm using the Yaesu MD100 microphone, and the antenna is a homebrew doublet antenna. Over.
Well, it's working really good for you. I'm working with a Yaesu FTDX 101D, and it's getting the audio from a Heil PR 781, and currently going into an end fed, but I do have a Elecraft KPA 1500 that's currently being shipped to me right now with the ETA showing up on Wednesday.
Oh, excellent! So you'll be blasting out with that. That'll be a great amp. What made you decide on the Elecraft amp? Over.
Well, in the past I've had a 600 watt Ameritron amp. It didn't last before it had to be sent away to be repaired. I looked at the ACOM amps. The ACOM amps, they look good too. At our shack in Cincinnati, which WCVOA, we have a 101D and a 7610, and they're both paired with the Elecraft KPA 1500s. And it just seemed like a good choice to do. Made in America, made in California, it's got good reviews and it seems to perform really well.
Yeah, roger that. I've seen the shacks there at the Voice of America online on the tours that they give. So that's impressive. And you'll enjoy that. I look forward to hearing you from that amp. But you're doing just fine right now. You don't need an amp tonight for sure, Craig. Yeah, you sound great. And what you looking forward to Thanksgiving? Over.
I was looking forward to Thanksgiving. We actually had Thanksgiving this evening. It's when everybody could get together, with all the kids having wives and girlfriends and boyfriends. They all have something to do on Thanksgiving, and trying to get everybody together at the same time is a little much. So we went ahead and had Thanksgiving this evening.
Yeah, I think that's kind of standard. I'm going to my YL's hometown, and my brother's coming down here and having Thanksgiving with my mom and my stepdad on Wednesday, and then he's going to have Thanksgiving up at his house with his kids, etc. So everybody does that, I guess, and make it work. That's probably why they give us more than one day off, or we have it right around a weekend. But it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun to see everybody, and I'm probably going to eat too much. Over.
Yeah, everybody does do that a lot these days, and I'll tell you what, I did eat a lot. Boy, it was good. You can't beat, home-cooked food. Everybody brings something. It just turns out really well.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some nice kind of holiday weather up there. Not too bad, but not too warm. And, yeah, I appreciate you getting back to me. Your radio sounds great. I think it's very similar sound to yours and my radio. Parametric equalizers are probably very similar the way that you set up the settings in it. I don't know if I'm right or not. We have a 101 MP at the shack that I've been a member of down here. Actually, the shack's down in South Carolina, but I'm right on the border. Over.
Roger. I don't know where you have your audio sounds really good. It really does. And I don't know how you have your EQ set up. I don't know if you follow N4H&H. I went with his DX10 settings with the PR781 mic. Before I got this radio, I was running the DX10, and I just upgraded to this radio last week. The radio's only a week old. But I used his audio, settings for my EQ, and I think they turned all right listening to them through a headphone.
Yeah, Roger. They do sound good, and they sound great. And I'm using the settings of one of the guys on 39.99, and he's on 71.95 sometimes. He's got a kind of audiophile guy, hobbyist, so he tweaked mine with me, and I hope it's okay. I have it on the regular rag-chew settings. If I set it on the DX settings, it'll be much more compressed and not as easy to listen to while we're chatting, but the band's in decent shape, so that's what I've got. But yeah, there's once you get in there and start messing with the EQ, it definitely helps. It doesn't sound, these radios don't sound great right out of the box, but you can make them sound as good, if not better, than IC 7300 by messing around with the EQ. Over.
Yeah, you are correct. I agree with you 100%.
Sorry, I saw the SWR kind of creeping up, and I had to go up one notch to tune, so I didn't tune on you. So I went up to 7205, but I'm back here. Well, good. Well, I wish you a very good Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to take a little break here. I might shut down the live stream. Yeah, the SWR is just going nuts right now. I'm not sure what's wrong with my antenna. Over.
Well, good luck figuring it out. I hope it's something simple. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu Whiskey. I'll be clear after your last transmission. 73 button.
Yeah, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu Whiskey. 73, pleasure to chat with you, Kevin, and Craig, I'm sorry. Pleasure to chat with you, Craig, and we'll talk to you down the band. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy the AC radio, and enjoy that new KPA 1500 from Elecraft. I'm envious of that. Have a good one. 73. I'll see if we have one more. This is Whiskey 4 NDK before I shut her down. CQ, CQ, W4 NDK, CQ. Okay, I'm going to go QRT, 73, y'all. I heard somebody there. Try again, please. Juliet 6 and ending in Juliet. I just need your suffix, please. Juliet 69 Sierra Juliet. Is that Cyril in St. Lucia? All right, thank you for the 5-5 in St. Lucia. I'll turn up my RF and give you a proper report if you'll give me a little bit of audio. Over. Yes, give me a little more audio. Just tell me about your transceiver and your antenna, please, Cyril.
Icon 7300 and it's hooked up to a vertical for 40 just off the ground.
Okay, and how much power are you running?
About 80 watts.
80 watts. All right. Well, you're doing well up here. You're about a 5 and 5, 55 to North Carolina. Over.
Give me a correct call for the log, please.
You need my call sign?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Roger. W4 November Delta Kilo. No problem. Nice talking to you. And I hope we can do it a different time.
Yes, and if you want to hear your audio, Cyril, go to YouTube. And my channel is Go Amateur Radio. Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. Over.
Okay, no problem. We'll do that. And we can buy you on that, okay? Hoping that we can do it again another time. Well done.
73. That was Juliet 69 Sierra Juliet. That's Cyril in St. Lucia. He is about 2,000 miles away from me in St. Lucia. A beautiful island. It was a pleasure chatting with him. Thanks for the contact, Cyril. My name is Nate. I'm in North Carolina. I hope to talk to you again. I'll put you in the log. 73 all, and I'm going to shut it down and shut down the live stream. It's been a pleasure talking to everyone. 73. Sorry if the audio was only mono on the live stream. It's because I must have reset up the audio, and you got to go in there each time and set up mono. 73 all.